Hey, cool people of YouTube, what's going on? So right now I got some 400 grit sandpaper. See, 400 grit. And I have been working on polishing these frets. And the way that I do it, I know some may do it differently. Some may do it the same. So basically how I do it is to just fan over the top of the frets, going with the radius of the board, making sure that I hit the whole fret, not just part of it or one side of it, and continue to do this until I start to see that some of these scratches from when you're doing your leveling are going away. And when I start seeing that they're going away, start going with the next, which would be a 600 grit, and then to an 800 grit. And then by hand, I'll go with a 15 to a 2000 grit, sometimes maybe a 2500 grit. And after that, I will polish with the Mother's Mag aluminum polish. Not bad stuff for polishing metal at all. And continue to just work my way whatever direction up and down the fretboard to get the frets done. Now I've taken the rocker, went over the frets, and I gotta say that I think I'm going to get a bunch of radius blocks rather than just using the beam that I have. I like the way the radius blocks work a lot better, a lot easier, and I think a little bit, maybe a lot faster. So that'll be my next purchase for doing this shit. And I'll just get whatever numbers that I need. Go through all of my, it's going to be a lot of blocks, but I'll go through all of my radius gauges and get one for each radius gauge. That way, every different guitar will be covered. So I'm going to go back to doing this. This is not really worth watching. This is not how you're going to get fans on your YouTube channel, by watching this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically stop the camera, continue to do this, and finish it up, and then start the polishing process. So I'm not going to make you guys watch me do this because it's going to bore the shit out of you, and it's noisy as fuck. So you guys take it easy for now, and I'll be back in a little bit. Alright, so I took a little break, caught up on a few YouTube videos, and now I'm working on George's guitar, his NK. So now I've got basically most of the frets done, polished and everything else, and I've got 4 more to go. So I kind of wanted to show a little bit of what I've been doing, how I've been doing it. Now, I started using a Dremel a long time ago to do the polishing part of the frets, and I don't know if it was the pad that I had on the end of the Dremel or what was going on, but I was having some problems where maybe the type of pad it was, I'm not too sure, but it just didn't look right. So I ended up picking up some new polishing wheels for the Dremel, and it's done a beautiful job. And I think that I'm going to be starting a new way of polishing frets instead of doing it by hand with the aluminum polish, mag aluminum polish, whatever you want to call it, by Mother's. I'm going to do it with the Dremel. So how I've been doing this, all right, so I have a piece of wet dry 600 grit here and a piece of 1500 grit here, and I need another piece of the 800 grit, because that one is pretty much gone. So I just cut some small strips and fold it a little bit, and then I'll go over the fret on both sides, smoothing out any type of scratches or anything that was in the fret that the 400 and 600 left. And that's all I'm doing, is just if I'm removing any metal, it's like very minimum. So I'll go over the other side of the fret with it, same way. Now I'm putting a lot of pressure on it. I'm letting the paper do the work. So then I'll take my 1500 grit, go over the same fret, same way. Now this is done for each fret. And I can kind of eyeball it to see if the progress, you'll see like a little bit of a line in the top of there. That will polish out. So, Mother's mag and aluminum polish, shit works great. I dab a little bit on the finger, put it on the fret, make sure I'm on the right fret. This is where it gets noisy, so got my Dremel. I don't use very high speed, it's just set to basically a little bit past off. I haven't noticed it really slinging too much stuff around. I'm not really putting a lot of rubbing compound or the Mother's on here, but just enough to polish it out. You can see got some of the oxidation and crap off of there, and well, wouldn't be any oxidation after you sanded it, but and voila, that fret's done now. And you can kind of see the difference between where I didn't start and where I did. Any little marks, lines, or anything that's inside the fret is basically gone. So it's smooth as glass. That's why I like using the sandpapers the way I use it. And then I can go ahead now and start removing this area here of the tape. And then I have to go over the fretboard and clean up whatever is leftover rubbing compounds between the frets and the fretboard itself. Well, not rubbing compound, but the Mother's. And that's it. Now I still have to go on the edges of some of these frets. Actually, all of them. I'm going to go on the edges with them and kind of get rid of this little bit of a sharp burr that's on the edge. Very simple to do, and I will do that after I get done doing all the frets on here. So that's it. That's basically what I've been doing here and getting things done. I got 3 more frets to do, and then I can start going on to basically cleaning up the fretboard, the rest of the fretboard with the Mother's on there, work on the fret ends, and then start working on this nut that's on this thing. Get this nut fitted properly and get rid of that sitar sound. So for right now, I'm pretty much done. Well, I will be done after that, but I'm done with the video for right now. So you guys hang in there, take it easy. Thanks for watching, and I will catch up with all of you all later. Alright, so I ended up getting a hold of Glarry Music, and just to kind of see what this was all about, because their channel is got like nothing on it. So it kind of like brought up a little bit of red flags as far as, is this real? Is this a scam or what? Well, I went to the website, matched up the email addresses and everything else that they sent me as far as, and everything came up fine. I did a Google search on them as far as, any type of word of scam next to their name or the email address and everything else, and everything came up legit. Actually, there was a lot of reviews from other people about their products. So I sent them an email and basically got the ball rolling on this, and I'm just waiting for another reply back from them, basically stating when they're going to be shipping out, whatever I picked as far as their product goes to do a review on. So that's in the process, and it might not be too fair as far as trying to do a review on their product as far as guitar playing, but as far as knowing what a guitar feels like and how it's supposed to feel, and being easy to play even as a beginner, you can notice these things, especially with all the guitars that I've had, how rough it is as far as trying to play or practice on that guitar out of the box. So we'll see how that works out, and stay tuned for that. It'll be coming up probably in the next couple weeks or so. So, all right, that's it for this. I'm going to finish working on George's guitar and hopefully get that to him by next Friday. So, all right, take care, guys.